iPhone 15 is going to use state-of-the-art image sensor from your friends at Sony, who's just absolutely killing the game in cameras. Like everybody else should just pack up and leave at this point. You're watching this show via Sony A1 cameras. I've been using their devices now since, well, A7, A7S, A7R, A7S2. Did I have anything before the A7? Well, of course, I had the RX cameras, the pocket cameras for 1,000 years. And then in smartphones, which is obviously what this pertains to, it's like, that's all you got to hear. You're like, okay, which Sony IMX do we have here? We're looking for some low light. Compared to standard sensors, Sony's image sensor will double the saturation signal in each pixel, allowing it to capture more light to cut down on underexposure and overexposure. This is a report coming via Japanese publication. It says that it's better to photograph a person's face even with strong backlighting as an example. This is, by the way, the new camera unit, their new sensor that they're talking about for the upcoming iPhone. Sony is using semiconductor architecture that puts photodiodes and transistors in separate layers, allowing for more photodiodes. It is not clear if all of the new iPhone 15 models will use the new sensor technology or if Apple will limit it to the higher-end Pro models, which this previous generation, it seems everyone was mostly interested in the Pro models. Maybe they were too far apart already and not far apart enough in cost. So hopefully this feature rolls out to both devices at both different price ranges, but of course we'll never know. Apple is also apparently working on the periscope telephoto lens so they can get on the same level as others who have introduced such things. Got to keep coming up with ways to differentiate and keep selling new phones. You have to have a few features that people haven't seen before and say, this is why you need it. But look at Sony, you know? That's a beautiful contract for them, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sony signs the deal, shakes the hands, visits Apple HQ, gets a nice little photo in front of the pond with the shadows, and then they sell a bunch of camera sensors, a bunch of components for the upcoming iPhone. And then the guy goes back, he has a nice meal, he gets a promotion, whatever. It's all a beautiful story. A beautiful Silicon Valley love story, actually.